everyone mute. Great job. If you're using your phone, please put it on silent mode or the plane mode so that it doesn't interrupt. And if you have your phone but around, also put it on silent. And do not unmute yourself if you're not in position where you're speaking. And please keep on your video so we can see your expressions and beautiful faces on the screen all the time. The only one rule we have is that no one speaks about sex, politics, and religion except if a member wants to deliver a speech. They go beforehand to the executive committee, ask for permission, then they allowed or not. Other than that, I hope you have a great time. Now, I am giving the microphone over to Dina Abu Saif, our president of Cairo Toastmasters Club. Give her a hand.
Thank you so very much, Ardil Wale, who is also going to be our awesome Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for returning to those who actually returned. And thanks so much for those who decided to try us out for the very first time. You will not be disappointed. So the theme tonight is, do not be afraid to fail. And this theme is actually very relatable, I'm pretty sure, to each and every, as we just, when actually is a necessary part of success. There is no way that we can progress as individuals, and there is no way that we can actually evolve without personally and professionally to be able to strengthen our weaknesses and to be able to better work on ourselves in order to reach our maximum potential. So failure is a necessary part of the success process. It is an inevitable part of our success journey. So raise your hands if you knew that Walt Disney, who knows Walt Disney in the house? Did you ever hear about him before? I'm pretty sure everybody heard of Walt Disney, right? Well, did you know that Walt Disney was fired from his very first job by his editor because his editor said that he was not creative enough and that his imagination was not wild enough? And he lost his job because of that accusation. Look at Walt Disney now. He lost his very first job because he was seen as a person with very bad ideas and with an extremely poor imagination. But he did not give up on his dreams. He kept going and going until he finally became Walt Disney, a person we all celebrate regardless of our cultural background and regardless of which generation we come from. So this is an example for you right here that failure is okay. And it doesn't mean that you stumble upon one step, that you face one obstacle, that this is the end of the road. If anything, sometimes we are destined to fail so we can better challenge ourselves. And so we can discover things about ourselves that we would not have otherwise had we not failed. So cherish your failures, embrace your weaknesses, continue on progressing on the weaknesses that you have, continue evolving, continue treating yourself as a human being who is never going to be perfect. And our imperfections actually are so beautiful, and they are the very things that make us the unique, beautiful individuals that we are. So never feel failure. If anything, seize the opportunity to become a better person on a personal and professional level. And just as Denzel Washington said in one of his most prominent speeches ever, he said, if you ever fall, just make sure you fall forwards. With that said, I hope we all have a great meeting ahead. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an uplifting one where we're all going to discover some great experiences from each other. Welcome on board, everybody. It's good to have you tonight. And I will now hand the mic over to Wale, our Toastmaster of the day. The mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Dina. And now, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that the word impossible actually says impossible? If you think otherwise, you have a problem with prefixes and etymology. You probably need to pick up a grammar book and read about that. Think about that. You're just having a fight with someone and you go, I can't believe how immature you are. And he goes, well, I'll take that as a compliment. The word itself says, I am mature. Or a doctor telling his patient, We'll need to do imaging here. Are you saying I'm aging? Did you also know that just because you can dream it doesn't really mean you can do it? Ladies and gentlemen, these are all cliche quotes that we've heard since as long as we can remember, and I'm here to tell you that they all emit out of fear of failure. We grew up thinking that getting an F is bad, failing a subject is bad, having fun without studying is bad. We start thinking that failure is bad in and of itself. It's like an evil thing. I need to get away from it. But in this meeting and throughout the segments that we're going to have today, we'll try to think in a deep way about failure and maybe look at it and kind of be kind of introspective about it, and we will learn how to possess failure in our lives so that it becomes an asset, not a detriment. We want to alleviate that fear that we have around the concept of failing. And so for that I say, please fail and let us jump right into the agenda. Today we have three segments, like every time. We have the prepared speech segment, and then the table topic segment, and then the evaluation segment. In prepared speeches, we've got Ali Atiya and Ashraf, who are going to be our prepared speakers for tonight. And then we've got the table topic segment, which everyone can volunteer and speak from 1 to 2 minutes about the topic that we give them. And then we've got the evaluation segments where we hear from the timer, from the out counter, from the grammarian, from everyone in the house. So without any further ado, let us jump right into introducing our role players for tonight. So let's start with the timer, please. Run. Oh, well, allow me to start first, excuse me, with the grammarian so we can know the word of the day. So Abdurrahman, jump right in.
Hello, everybody. Just I want if Ala give me a co-host to share my screen. So people, my
You
word.
can share your screen.
Okay, here we go. But I can't.
Okay, just a minute.
Okay, the word of the day is crumble, as I'm crumbling right now to share my screen. So the definition of the crumble is to fail or to crush something. So
You
The
can share
first,
now.
the first example of the crumble is when you sometimes when you were a kid, and we all were kids. When you crumble and writing something, then you want to get that something out of the screen or out of your paper. So just cut the word, then crumble your piece of paper, then throw it into the garbage. Here is here is the word of the day. It is now. I hope it is not crumbling in and it's shown in your screen. The next the next example for crumble. Well, I really crumbled with my last customer, but what I really learned is there is something out. I learned something. So I learned something new to do with my customer or to do with my project. So it's not a problem to crumble. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to say the word of the day when you are speaking, and if you crumbled, it's not a problem, and I will count how many times you say it. Also, I would like everything comes with practice, and we all here to do something new and to learn. So I will count the mistakes or the best quotes said in the today meeting. So don't crumble and go ahead. Back to you, Wala.
Thank you so much, Abdurrahman, for these examples and that word. And from now on, I will keep reminding everybody to try to use that word into. your speeches. And now let's hear it from the timer of tonight. We've got Rania Leila. Jump right in.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank God. Okay. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests. Time flies, but don't forget that you are the pilot. And I'm here to remind you with this and to help you to manage your time. I will be watching all of you like a annoying clock. Every now and then, I will knock knock at you or friend to remind you with your time. And now, let's get started. We have here in this meeting three sections. Section one will be about or will be prepared speeches for two speakers. The speakers are allowed to give their speeches from 5 to 7 minutes. Minute number 5, or in minute 5, I will show the green card. Just now, like this. At minute 6, I will show the yellow one, and at minute 7, I will show the red one. Something like that. In the table topic section, the speakers are allowed to give their speeches from minute to 2 minutes. At minute number 1, I will go back to the green card, then the yellow one at the minute and 30 seconds, and then 2 minutes I will show the red one. In the last section, the evaluation, the evaluators are allowed to give their evaluation from minute to 3. The minute 1, I will show the green one, 2, the yellow, 3, the red. I will stop this. So have a nice time with us, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day. I will stop.
Thank you so much, Rania, for that clear explanation. And now let us hear it from the one and only Galal Zaki, our odd counter for tonight. Unmute and jump right in.
Thank you. Our counter, fellow Toastmasters and guests, my role today as our counter is to take note of all the words and sounds that are used as crutch or thought fillers by anyone who's speaking during the meeting. I will listen to overused words such as and, well, okay, you know. I will also take note of filler sounds such as and repeated words and phrases such as this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker uses these expressions. Finally, I hope that you'll all be awesome and not awful. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Galal Zaki. And now let us move on to our prepared speeches segment. We're starting with a beautiful speaker, a very inspirational one, and a great personality that we all love in Cairo Toastmasters. It is the one and only Alia Atiyah. Her speech evaluator is going to be Amal Kamil. Please, Amal, give us the Alia's project and objectives. Unmute and jump right in.
Yep, unmuted. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today's speaker is Alia Atiyah. She's given a speech called For the Love of Languages. I myself I am very, very fond of languages. I already working on my 5th language so far, and I can't wait to hear her. The objective of her speech is to use presentation software. And this is her pathway, her 3rd level on the pathway, effective coaching. Can't wait to hear you, Alia. You'll rock, I know. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Amal. For the love of languages, Alia Atiyah. Alia Atiyah, for the love of languages.
Before I start, Mrs. Timer, you won't be able to share your screen because I will be sharing my screen at the same time. So if it's possible, if it's possible that you send me a message, or we'll find a way. Don't worry about it. I find myself.
I'll find a way. Just don't worry. Go.
Okay. All of us have heard of languages before, at least the term itself. All of us can at least speak one language. But how many of us over here knows the origins of words? Today, we're going to find out a bunch of very interesting word origins. And yes, you will be surprised. Let us begin our language journey together. Can we all see this? Yep. Awesome. Surprisingly enough, Spanish word origins originally came from Arabic. Not all of them, but many of them. To start off with, we have ojalá. Ojalá is a Spanish word that means in Arabic, inshallah, or may God will it, or when God wills it. The second word is usted. Usted in Spanish means you, formal, and it originally comes from the Arabic word ustad, or professor. Hasta means until. Oops. Hasta comes from the Arabic word hatta, meaning until. So when you hear a Spanish say hasta luego or hasta pronto, they mean see you later, or hatta هذا الأوان. Azúcar comes from the Arabic word sukkar and means sugar in English. Then we have aceite, which originally comes from the Arabic word al-zait, meaning oil that we use for cooking. The sixth one, al-mada. Can anyone guess what Arabic word it sounds similar to? Unmute yourself quickly if you can, and let us know.
مخدة.
Yes, awesomeness. Al-mada comes from the Arabic word al-makhadda, which I pretty much associate to the Egyptian dialect more, meaning pillow. And finally, we have kamisa. I'm sure we all know this one. Kamisa comes from the Arabic word qamis, meaning shirt. You see, languages are very deep. They don't stop here. Let's look at some of the English word origins. But before we do, can anyone remember one of those Spanish words with their Arabic origin? Other than el makhadda. So we're not cheating.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego. Hasta in Arabic means what?
Hatta.
Until, hatta, yes, awesomeness. I'm sure you're alert now. And athete, yes, el zait. Perfect. There's more on our way.
Posted.
Now focusing on English word origins. Surprisingly, a lot of the English words come from France, Victorian times, Italy, Native America, Germany, the Old English times, Wales, and even Persia or Iran. Starting off with mortgage, for instance, which is the loan or the debt you pay. Originally, this came from France, français, and it actually meant death contract. Can you believe it? That was its origin. The next one is treadmill, the machine that we always see, and even some of us, bother to work out on, comes from the old Victorian times and originally meant the machine that grinds corn. It was used as a form of punishment for workers who slacked off and were too lazy to perform their work. They would say, go on the treadmill. That's a punishment. The third one is casino. Nowadays, we know it's the gambling house, but originally it comes from Italy, where it meant little house. Casa means house. Casino means little house. And then we have penguin, this beautifully friendly creature. Originally came from Wales, and its name originally meant the great auk, which is a bird that is now extinct, unfortunately. But pen meant head, and gwyn meant white. So white head. You see the white part here? That's our penguin. Cloud, the beautiful clouds we see in the sky. They were not just that. According to the Old English times, they were originally called cluds, and they were rocks originally. We also have girl. Yes, girl is not just the female that we know nowadays. No, it's not just that. Actually, you'd be surprised. It came from the Old English times where it meant both male and female. So Ahmed was a girl, Amr was a girl, Mag was a girl in the Old English times. All males were also referred to as girls, not only females. We also have bully. Nowadays, we know that bullies are tyrants and they're very aggressive and everything. But in Germany, or in Deutsch, it actually referred to brother. Can you imagine? An innocent word called brother is now a bully or a tyrant. Finally, we have Chicago. The city in the US was originally, according to Native America, referred to as Wild Onions. Can anyone believe this? Wild Onions now became a city. Same name. And then we have checkmate, which is the most interesting one of all, in my opinion. How many of you play chess? Raise your hands. Okay, quite a few. Checkmate originally comes from the Arabic or Persian expression of El Sheikh mat, or the king is dead. Now that we went through this, can anyone here remember one of the English word and its origin? One English word and its origin?
Casino?
Casino originally meant what?
Casino?
Casino? Yes, Hagar.
Yes, the little house in Italy.
Yes,
the Italian word is casa.
Uh-huh. Who else learned something new? Excellent.
Onions.
Wild onions is now what?
Girl.
Chicago. Yes.
Polly means brother.
Yes. Bully meaning brother originally.
Girl.
And bully, yes. I can see the red, Rania. So basically today we've learned that languages are spoken by our hearts before our tongues. Learn a new language and you'll enter a whole new world. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Such a beautiful and interesting speech. We haven't had something like that in so long, Alia. Thank you for your originality. I myself am a great fan of languages. I haven't really been lucky with learning a language, a third one, but I'm working on my third one. Don't worry, guys. Just give me one more year, and trust me, this time's different. Every year I say this year is different. So thank you so much. Now we're moving on to the second speaker, who is Ashraf. Ashraf is a great guy that we all rely on here in Cairo Toastmasters, and I think he's gonna kill us all soon. But before he starts, let me introduce his evaluator, Mr. Magid, who actually joins us online for the first time.
Been quite some time, guys. It's a pleasure to have you around. I've missed you all.
And see you.
So basically, Ashraf, this is his second pathway, actually. He's on level 4. And the topic that we'll be discussing us about is he has an objective called the innovative planning. And he will be talking to us about managed project success. So best of luck to you, Ashraf. And I'm pretty sure that you'll be doing great. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much. And now, new possession, Ashraf. Ashraf, new position. Go ahead.
Hello, hello, and welcome everyone to the extravagant Toastmasters meeting. So let me quickly share my screen very quick. Share computer sound, okay, share. Can you guys see? Say yes.
Yes.
Can you guys hear? Say yes.
Yes.
All right, let us begin. Start my counter real quick. All right, where is the thing? Nope. Yep. Here we
Anybody
go.
hear me?
Yes. All right. So let me talk to you guys about my new position. I am the new HR manager of a large air conditioning manufacturing company. So this is a company that has a lot of employees, has a very large market capital. And I want to talk to you more about some of the challenges that I faced in this position and some of the development and the projects that I have led to develop this specific position in this company. So let's talk about this company. Number one, this is a 40-year-old company. It started in 1974 here in Egypt. This company right now is specialized in central air conditioning, air handling units. What does that mean? That means how do you air condition a very large space in a building? How do you air conditioning entire floors? They use these large air conditioning units that you can see. These are equipped to air condition huge amounts of spaces at a time. You do not need small units located like 50 units to air condition an entire building. You need only a single air conditioning unit like this. So how do you know that this building has this type of air conditioning unit? You see lots of vents in this place. So as you can see in the picture, there are these vents located all around the ceiling. These ceilings are connected to ducts. These ducts are connected to these air conditioning units. So this is what my company is specialized in. Second off, we have 12 branches all over Egypt. Now, having 12 branches requires a very sophisticated system to monitor all of these people. What are they doing? Are they achieving their targets? Are they selling? Are they buying? Are they attending? This requires a very powerful system to manage all these people. Second off, we have three factories with a lot of workers, a lot of labor workers. And finally, we have 450 employees. So the first line of business, the first thing I asked when I came into this company, who are my employees? What do they look like? What is their average age? What is their gender? How long have they been in the company? I need to know who are the employees that I am managing. Where is this information? I want their national ID. I want their date of birth. I want all this information. Where is it? Well, we sort of have these kinds of small information hidden here. Okay, I need them all. This was not available when I first came in. So my first project is to gather all of the employee data that is located in the company. Where can I find it? The answer is in piles and piles of paper located all across the company. Some of them were located in the branches. Some were located in different headquarters. Some of them in my building. Some of them downstairs. Everywhere. You can find files of employees everywhere. And they weren't all completed. Some people did not have their national ID. Some people did not have their graduation certificate. Okay, guys, don't panic. We can do this. What is the phone numbers of all of the employees so I can call them and tell them about their what is the information that is missing? Well, we don't have really their phone numbers. All of the managers know their phone numbers. We don't really need their phone numbers. Okay, all right. So my first line of duty, my first project was to gather the information of all of the employees in the company. So this is what the end product looks like. Hundreds of employees, all of their names, their social identification number, their dates of birth, what is their job, what is their job description, what do they do? This was very important. And what is the line of duty, and all of this information is extremely, extremely important. So this was my first project in the company. This took me 2 weeks. All of the employees, all of my department, I made them stay in the company for 2 weeks to do this information over time. Yes, I am that bad at this. My second line of duty. Who came in today? Who came out? How do we know? So this is the most important device ever created in the field of HR. This is the attendance system. You place it in one part of the HR place, or the HQ, the headquarter place. All of the employees go, they do their thumb thing, and you know exactly when they came in, when they came out. Very important stuff. I took this for granted. I thought this was like normal in every place. What did we do in our company? We did this. We had every single place, every single branch had a paper attendance system. One employee sitting in a desk, all of the employees go up to him, they write their name and they sign their name and they leave. What is the problem with this? Number one, there is the factor of human error. You do not know if this person is in it, or if the attendance person who's taking the attendance is good or not. Second part is the person can sign a different signature. This is bad. When you go into court for any reason and the person says, this is not my signature, these people have done things to me. I didn't come, or whatever. I didn't take my my vacation leaves. This happens a lot, or happened a lot in the company. Guys, buy this. Isn't that easy? Isn't that simple? Just this nice device. You place it and you leave it. So this was my second project. Now, all 450 employees come in one Excel at the end of the month. Just every person's name, every person's how many hours they didn't come, how many, like whatever, and the payroll is done automatically. I don't need this headache. We have a lot of headaches. This was my second project. Do I have time for my third project? The answer is no. Okay, so what is the end result of this? Number one, I am not an HR professional. I'm an engineer, and I was assigned to take this position. What does this mean? It means that I took this position and I was prepared to fail and to learn. I went in, I kept asking people, how does the HR system run? How I took courses on HR, and I kept developing myself in this area. And I thankfully have done incredible progress in this specific field. If you have the willpower and you have the ability to do it, you can do anything you want. You can take any position that you desire, but you just have to put your mind into it. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. I can't really see anybody. Oh, hey. Thank you so much, Ashraf. And now I want to ask our timer about the qualification of our speaker so that we can vote. So our timer, please unmute and tell me the timing of each speaker, and let's see if they are qualified.
Hello, speakers. MashaAllah, you are both disqualified. I did my job, by the way. I warned you, and beep, beep, and knock, knock, and nobody entered. So
that was beautiful.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Rania.
Yes.
We're gonna have a voting because you're both disqualified, and in this club we are very democratic. So please, we're gonna have 1 minute for voting. So after you see the screen, please, Rania, put 1 minute on the clock.
Ashraf Yusuf.
You choose from the poll. We did not say the name of the one we chose.
Yes, yes.
You're so
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
priceless.
but that's okay.
This is the first time to.
It's okay. It's
Okay,
amazing having you with us. Thank you, Abdullah, for joining. Ahmed
Thank
Alaa
you.
was so priceless.
Thank you.
Oh, why did people unmute themselves? Thank you so much for voting. And now, before we jump right into the next segment, I see that it must have been very hard to vote between or to choose between Alia and Ashraf. Why is that? Because they're both amazing speakers and we know them. We've known them for years and years now, and they're even better in an in-person meeting. But the thing is that they've failed so many times in their lives to reach that point of perfection, to reach that point where you feel like their speeches are they're very, what's the word? مرتاح. Like they're doing
Relax.
they're doing it with ease and they're very relaxed. So they've failed so many times in their lives to reach that point. And for that, I say that failure is not final. Before we sit out on a dream, we shouldn't say, if I fail, then it's the end of pursuing that thing that I thought I wanted. But it should be a momentary thing in the arc of life. It is a moment where things don't look the way we thought they would. But it's also the moment we say, this is not the final way of how things look. With that, we jump into the most interesting segment in our meeting, which is the table topics segment. And Simak Zaghloul is going to be our master, our table topics master. So jump right in.
Hi everyone, good evening to you all. Now we're introducing the table topic section. I encourage everyone to participate because you should try and don't afraid from failure. You should try. I'll tell you to choose one from a number from 1 to 13. And when you choose a number, I'll ask you a question related to your number. So who would like to first participate in? Hassan Saeed. So go on, Hassan. Please raise your hand.
Hassan chose number 7.
Okay, Hassan, I'll ask you a question. How much pressure do your parents put on you to be successful? Go on.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my family put no pressure on me to be successful. They don't have the mindset to do so, which means I'm free success or fail, which make me uncomfortable because I have nothing to fight for. That's it. Thanks.
Okay, thanks a lot, Hassan. And very good participation. And I liked your courage and your participation in our topic. So who else would like to be the second speaker?
Oh, I think you cannot see the chat. We have volunteers. We've got Mario Shafiq.
Yeah,
He chose number 9.
Second one, Mario Shafiq. I'd ask you, Mario, question number 9. Is
Okay,
there a
what
right time? Is there a right time to give up and stop trying, or should you never give up?
hello, first I'm Mario, I'm from Sohag. Actually, I faced something like that before. I have after I have finished my high school, I get refused in 3 universities to get my full scholarship. So um, I still continue because my level in English have been so low. So actually, I joined an public university in Sohag, and actually after that I'm studying English parallel to my university time. Then after 1 year, I applied again, and I got my scholarship. I now am studying business administration at Nile University. So my answer clearly is never give up. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mario. Very interesting, very interesting. And we all need to have this courage, to have the passion to start and to overcome our fears and continue to make our life better. So the third one and the third participant, I see Zainab Imam. Zainab Imam chose number 8. So I'll ask you, Zainab, have there been any failures that made your life better?
Sorry, can you repeat it again? I'm
Have
sorry.
there been any failures that made your life better?
Yeah, because of my choice, that I didn't enter my favorite major. So I entered another major and I really hate it. But I figured out that I wanna like to be independent and more, I mean like more stronger and more confident about my major, and I can do more actually about it. I can like work on myself, and I can succeed in my life if I wanna do it. So after 4 years of my working, I was accepted in a program that I in a scholarship, and I went to America. That was my dream actually to go to America. So my failure is transformed to a success at the end. But yeah, my way, I mean my road is really really long, and but I did something.
Yeah. Thank you, Zainab. Very interesting story and very successful story. And actually, I'd like to be like you in your passion and your persistent until you get your goal and achieve your target. We'll take another. Thank you. Who will be the next? I see Riham. Riham chose number 12. So I'll ask you, Riham, what is the failure that changed you to be another person?
Okay, actually, I don't get the word failure at all. For me, it's a part of the it's a part of the process. So I think I never failed before, or it's only my point of view. But of course, everybody get crumple in his life many times, and he was able to get back on track. So actually, I'm 42 years old, and through all my life, um, in the marriage life, in my working life, and in all the stage of my life. Of course, I get crumpled many times, but I think it's a part of a process, and it's not a failure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I agree with you in something and disagree in another thing, but I think the idea we are agree, and that even it we named it failure or crumble, I think the mean and the mean of it the same. Thank you for your participation. We will go to the next participant, Samir, number 1. Okay, I'll ask you, Samir, how do you see yourself, a successful or a failed person?
Hello. Firstly, forgive me because I am not so good English, but I'm trying to do my best.
Go on.
If I understand you well, I see that I'm successful to some extent because I got my degree, which I want to achieve it, but I'm failed in some things which I want to do, but I'm trying to do my best, so I feel satisfied till now, and I will try to do my best. So that's it.
Okay, thank you. Don't mind, because failure is the way to success, and this is our topic today. So go on and you will achieve your target. Going to the another participant. I think a lot of participants here. Hagar Siam. I'll ask you, Hagar, but yeah, there isn't number 30.
I'm sorry, I'm just confusing myself with numbers.
Okay. Do you want to participate?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, what's number you chose?
Let's say 14. 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay, there isn't number 14.
No, it's 13.
13. Okay,
yes, it's okay.
13 is the last number. Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll ask you, what did you learn from your last failure?
Last failure? In fact, yes, I am really cramped in my diet. I'm just keep eating very bad. And I was really a biggest fan of a TV show called The Biggest Loser. And Loser here is really one of my favorite titles, because loser, you really go through a lot of pain. You try to lose weight, which is part of your body, but losing have another side. You gain a lot of things, like you're the perfect shape. You are really healthy. You're trying to do another things like sporting. You are really active person. But I am all the time I am crumbled. I've been in diet for 3 days, and the rest of the week I'm just eating very bad.
Okay, thank you, Hagar. Thank you for participation. Let's go to the next one. Who is next? Who is next? Yes, I think Abdullah Hidara.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Abdullah, you choose number 3.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you, Is your idea of success the same as your parents' ideas of success? Go on.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for accepting me among you. It's my pleasure to join you. You know,
You're welcome.
my definition of success is different from my parents' definition, because in our culture, in Egyptian culture, our parents see that being successful is to be a doctor or to achieve what all people wanted to be. But recently, I have gained a definition for success. I want to be what I desire to be in my life. I don't pay attention to what people or my parents see about my life or my success. And thank God I have managed to start my own business. It is a small one, not a huge one, but I have improved my income and I feel comfortable because now I didn't pay any attention to what people think about me or their luck or anything. I have to accept my success. You know, I have been crumbling in many aspects of my life, in many fields, but I still fight. Every day I have to fight for my dreams. Sometimes I'm lazy. I have a lazy mind. I wanna sit in my couch and scrolling my Facebook and not going to the gym. But I think it's a challenge for me and the kind of success, you know. And I have challenged myself and I go to the gym to keep in shape, you know. And sometimes I go alone. I don't have any partner to go with me. And for me now, I try to prioritize my health, my life, myself, you know. And I care about how people, you know, define our the people definition about success. I have to create my own definition for success. That is for me, and I am so happy now, you know. And I have another thing I want to share with you. I don't tell anyone about my success or my failure, you know. And because I think words speaker louder than what, you know, I'm so sorry, actions speaker louder than words. So when I'm very successful, people will see. When I fail, I try to keep it in my side. I keep it secret. That's it. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Um, I think, like you, everyone should choose his way of success and cultivate his way of success, and not to depend on anyone, even if they are the parents, because everyone has another mindset and another goals. Thank you for your participation. And going to the next one, I think Ahmed El Miligi.
Yes.
Okay, Ahmed. Your question is, what is the failure you can't overcome till now?
Personally,
Okay, go on.
oh, I mean, do you mean something
Okay,
that happened?
personally, or even if you don't want to speak about something embarrassed for you, so you
No,
can.
it's okay. It's okay. Well,
Okay.
the failure I can't overcome so far is losing weight, because I actually started last year and I lost around 24 kilograms, and then after quarantine I crumbled again and gained that all back, and now I start going to the gym again like 3 days ago, and went on a new diet, and hopefully I will not fail this time.
Okay. Thank you, Ahmed. And I think it's you feel like it's a competition between yourself when you go and lose your weight, and then you again eat and eat, and you couldn't withstand. But Very good, and I hope you can withstand and go on to achieve your goal.
Thank you.
Thank you for your participation. Go to the next one. Jamil, Saif Jamil. Are you here?
Yes.
Okay. Your question is, describe a successful person. See, an easy one.
Okay. Hi everyone, how are you? Well, I remember that my brother Washington always used to say motivational speaking that if you don't tell,
You raise your voice. Raise your voice, because we can't hear you well.
Are you hearing me now?
A little bit.
Are you hearing me? Okay. Are you
Sorry,
hearing me?
Saif, if I would like to help, if you could just move, turn off your headset, because the mic it's away from your mouse, and speak just directly from the laptop. Turn off
Yes.
your.
Are you hearing me now?
Okay, I think it's better. Go on.
So if I can remember, there is always one sentence that Denzel Washington used to say in his motivational speaking. He says, if you don't tell, then you have not given time. That means my time that I used to spend to achieve what I'm expected to is one that when I show you that it heighten my budget and change some process and strategy to see that I have achieved what I'm expected to. In 2016, when I'm in Nigeria, I joined my agency program on mechanical engineering. So when I pass the exam, I should go to the university level. So after I work hard, read hard, not even sleep in the night, putting my legs into the water, taking the tea of Nescafe, just to see that I shouldn't sleep. So at the end, when the exam came, I see the exam, writing the exam in a good way, and I expected to pass the exam. So when the result came out, all my family, I have announced all my family that I have to go and see my result, and I'm sure that I have writing good in my exam. So when I go to the exam, I see that I have failed. So after I came back, all my family raised up and started congratulating me that I have passed the exam. Then I enter my room and trying to see that the tears came into my eyes. Then my father hear the sound of my crying. He entered my room and said, Jamil, why you are crying? Be stronger. Why? Because you have failed your time. I know you have read better. So please don't give up. Let me tell you one word that everyone tell us your achievement is one step that is closing to success. So be more determined. And I would like to advise you, and I would like to advise you that if you can, why can't you join the diploma program so that I know you can study mathematics better. Then I accept his advice. Then I joined my diploma. So at the end, I have been graduated with a class in my diploma, and also the school gives me a prize of best graduate student in that year. That's the question, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamil. Thank you for your participation. But really, I couldn't hear you well, but thank you for participation at all. Now we're going to the next participant. Who's next?
The last one,
yeah.
or you are going to
have
more?
Does we have enough time to have another speaker?
We can take two more, only two more.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, we'll have the speaker from Singapore, Arnulfo. Is it right, Arnulfo?
Yeah, that's right. Zemak.
Okay, okay. What's your number?
Sorry, I didn't follow the mechanics. Do I need to choose from what number to number?
Yeah, from 1 to 13.
Okay, I'll do 8.
8, okay.
Yep.
Your question is, have there been any failures that made your life better?
Okay, yeah. First thing, I'll introduce myself. I'm Arnulfo from Singapore. The person who invited me is Galal Zaki. He's been inviting me for quite some time. And finally, I did manage to attend. I just finished literally some works here and work from home. So it's 2 a.m. right now here in Singapore. So I'll just be finishing this, and then after that one, I'll go home already. So in terms of failure, there's quite a lot of failures for me in terms of work. I'm doing project management, and so there are some failures in terms of a particular task in coordinating with colleagues. But I think more than the failures is our ability as a human being to learn from it, reflect on it, and then apply whatever we've learned to it and on the next task or next time we face the same thing. So for me, there's no such thing as failures. It's only a lesson learned. Yeah. Back to you, Simak.
Thank you, Arnolfo, for your participation, and thank you for being with us in Cairo Toastmasters. Thank you again. Okay, the last volunteer. I choose Safa. Safa, as you
Hello?
speak. Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Your question is, can you think of any famous people who failed repeatedly at something, then become successful?
Yes, I know Edison. He discovered the electricity or lamp. Yes, he failed a lot in his experiments, and I guess in number 100 he succeeded. So he failed a lot in his first experiments in his lab, and finally he discovered electricity, as I remembered. He is Edison, or not?
Yes, right.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Safa. Thank you very much. And it's a nice example for Edison. Yes, he actually tried 999 times until he succeed to invent the light lamp. Okay. Thank you all for your participant and for your enthusiastic and for your interest to go and to answer our questions. And back to you, Toastmaster Dede.
Thank you so much, Simak, for conducting this session and this segment. For everyone, for your information, Simak was moderating this session for the first time in his Cairo Toastmasters journey online. So that was amazing. Thank you so much for your courage. And if I got asked that last question about knowing a famous person who failed, I wouldn't really have to think of a famous person that failed to know failure. I am a living, breathing example of it. But that's not the point. The point is, people think sometimes that failure defines who we are, but it's not an identity definer. It may define our abilities at that moment, but it does not define our identity and who we are. We are dreamers. We are people who follow their dreams. We may fail sometimes, but we do still have a desire to succeed. And we are creative weirdos who are moving forward in their dreams that we set for ourselves. And if that doesn't work, it still does not define who we are. So with that being said, let us move on to the next segment, last segment of our meeting, which is
Before
going to be the evaluation. Oh,
before we move
the
on,
voting.
yes.
Excuse me, mister. The voting. First, we're going to vote for the best table topics speech. Meg, I just love the way you're laughing throughout the entire meeting. You're just laughing. Thank you.
Okay, it will be two questions because there's a lot of
Okay,
speakers.
two polls.
Yes, the second poll or the last poll contains only one name. It's Safa. So if you if you want to choose Safa, it will contain two names. Yes, Safa and let me and Arnulfo. Ar Arnulf Arnulfo. Yes, Arnulfo. So it's Safa and Arnulfo. If you want to choose Safa or Arnulfo, wait for the next question. If you don't, just choose from the first one. Okay. In just a sec, the question will be there.
Thank you, our great Zoom master, our savior. And thanks for your collaboration and patience. Collaborate. Did I say collaboration? I mean cooperation. I feel like I cannot be Toastmaster of the Day, a professional Toastmaster of the Day, without just saying something completely out of the out of the norm. I just cannot do it professionally, guys. This is like the hardest. I'm trying my best to be professional. You remember last time when I said the dad jokes? It was
So I guess the minute is up. So
Thank you so much.
if anyone wants to choose in the last minute, in the last second, I'm waiting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thank you so much, Ahmed Ala. And now we're moving on to our second segment, which is the evaluation segment. And let us call upon our general evaluator who's going to be leading this segment. And she is Ghada Sharawi. Ghada, are you with us?
Hello, everybody. Do you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, great. Dear fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, good evening. First, I do apologize that I will not be able to use my cam for out of blue circumstances, so I hope that it's okay for you. Evaluation part. We are here to learn, and evaluation part is a chance to learn from our strengths as well as guide for the next step of improvement. So today, please Help me to welcome the first evaluator, Toastmaster Amal, who will evaluate the first speech, prepare the speech which delivered by Toastmaster Alia. Amal, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Rada. Alia, what can I say? Blew my mind as usual. I loved how you started with questions to get the audience attention, and you kept on popping questions in the middle of your presentation. I loved how you smile all the time. I know it is completely difficult to get real eye contact in to a screen, but you did great. I felt like I'm actually looking at you in person. Yeah, that was amazing. The examples you gave from different languages and different countries, it really made us feel connected. I felt that maybe you could have emphasized on that. Maybe you could have showed, you know, like it's at first you could have told us that how the world is actually connected, that we are all one. That's why there are origins of words from different languages that goes way back from different countries in history, that we are all from the same roots and same origin, no matter how we are divided by borders and stuff. So maybe you could have made it more clear, the message behind your speech for the love of languages. As I told you, I already love the topic, so I could be a little biased. You did great using your slides. They were very clear. They were simple. I will just tell you a small tip in case you are making a presentation in person. You will not be able to read your slides. So the tip is, do not read your slides or memorize them, because in person, the screen will be behind you. You will only be looking at the audience. So it's much better if you do not make a big fuss of your slides. You already did that. You did not make a complicated slide. It was simple. The photos were related. They were beautiful. So what else? I kept on writing stuff. Give me a second. It's really been a long time for me since I made it online here. All right. Oh, I just wanted to tell you that I'm a huge fan. Okay, Alia, thank you very much. You did great, as expected and as usual. Thank you very much for the lovely speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Wallet.
Thank you so much. Over to our general evaluator, Ghada Sharawi.
Okay, thank you, Wala. Thank you, Amal, for your report. And then moving to the second evaluator, Megan, and it's great to have Megan again in our online platform. Please welcome Megan.
Hey, thank you, Toastmaster Hada. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been a great coming back with all of you guys. As you can see, before I start my evaluation, I have two potential people here with me, or I'm just pulling their legs to join us with Toastmasters. So and so far they've been doing so fine with the speech part. So with no further ado, let me start by evaluating Ashraf's speech. As we said before he started the speech, this is his level 4 project, which was the purpose of managing project successfully. And to be quite honest, when Ashraf told me about his intended speech, can you hear me now? Dina, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
I'm hearing you well.
Dina? Can you hear me well? Is anyone else other than Dina can hear me?
We can hear you,
clearer now, Dina? Okay. So yeah, I was just saying that knowing Ashraf for so long on a personal level, he's an amazing project manager before being an HR professional. So managing projects for him, in my opinion, was like a walk in the park or a stroll in the park. So just to go with the criteria of his evaluation, he was supposed to showcase how he worked with his team and how he developed a plan and fulfilled the objectives of this plan along with his team members. Personally, I was so much empathic with all the crumpling that Ashraf had to do and had to go through putting up an HR department on its feet. The topic in itself showcased how genuine he was suffering from the disorganization part that he found or that he went to find in his current employment. And actually, it also showcased how he managed to succeed in part of the areas that he wanted to succeed in. The only thing that I want to add to Ashraf was that I would suggest, or maybe if I would start it that way, I would have listed all the challenges up front. You just walked us through the challenges as they go. You didn't tell us exactly what type of challenges you have. The only challenge that you discussed with us was not being an HR professional before taking this post. So my opinion is that next time you just throw to the audience how many challenges did you face, and maybe take one at each time to discuss, and how did you reach the success of your objective. Last thing I want to add is, of course, the way you presented the real data, the factual data that you had. And this was actually a true testimonial or true testament to what did you do and how did you measure the success of your project. And I can see Rania is trying to pull up the mic. So of course, your body language was amazing. It was so clear, in my opinion, that the language was very clear. You reached the point. And that's all I have to say. Back to you again, our Toastmaster Riada. And thank you so much, everyone. Good job. Ashraf, kudos. Great job, man.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Magid, for detailed report. And then moving to auxiliary roles. And we'll start with grammarian. So please welcome Abdurrahman, our grammarian today.
Hello again, everyone, and I'm really happy. Beginning, when you ever fail forward. Just this is the most quotes I liked in the meeting, and also another beautiful quote I heard from Ahmed when he said, "My definition of success is really different from my parents' definition of success." So each one of us have a different definition of success. So just choose your definition of success. Also, let's move to another. There was also a lot of quotes and a lot of good English grammar used in the meeting. I would like to thanks to each one saved me today and not crumbling my role. Beginning with Rehan said it twice. Then Hagar said it twice also. Abdullah said it once. Ahmed Al-Maligi said it once, and finally with Magid, he said it once. And again, if you crumbled today and forgot to say the word of the day, be as Edison, and you have one more 99 times. Back to you, grammarian. Back to you, Ghada.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abdurrahman. And then moving to a counter report, which will deliver by Toastmaster Galet. Over to you. Hello, are you there?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Right. Thank you all for a great session. Alia, speaker number one, was awesome. She was incredible. Ashraf, quickly share, okay. Talk to you. 16 years, a very, I ask in piles and piles, okay, you know, all right, like whatever, the HR, what is the the end result of this. Next, the table topics. I'll start off with CMAC, 61 Rs. Would like, the passion, yani, and the mean of it. Starting with the first table topic, speaker, okay, 5 times, Hassan Said. Mario, 5 after I finished. I joined. My answer clearly. Zainab, 4 times, 2 times. My favorite major, like, I can do more. After 4 years, I was accepted, but my way. Riham, twice, 3 times, so, Samir, 9 times, 4 times, and but, until, but, Hagar, 8 in fact, Abdullah, you know, 7 times, 9 times, sorry, 9 times. You know, Abdullah? Okay. Ahmed El-Maligi, I actually started. Saif Jamil, I couldn't hear at all. The sound was off, I don't know why. Arnolfo, 4 Safa, 10 times. He discovered. And the word of the day is crumpled with a P. Please excuse my French. I sent it to you in your messenger, my friend. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Galal, for a detailed, professional, and awesome report. Then moving to timer report, which will delivered by our timer today, Rania Leila. Toastmaster Rania Leila, the mic is yours.
Cairo Toastmasters, dear guests, told you I'll be watching you and I will be annoying you, right? Now I will share my screen to share with you my report. Please bear with me. Oh, okay. Drop music. 8 minutes 50 seconds. Aman, 2 minutes 40 seconds. Magid, 3 minutes 30 seconds. Abdurrahman, 1 minute 19 seconds. Jalal Zaki, Gilgil, 2 minutes 37 seconds. That is still at the end. I will count your time as well. Hassan El Said, 28 seconds. Mario Shafiq, 51 seconds. Zainab, Imam, 1 minute 23 seconds. Riham, 48 seconds. Samir, 52 seconds. Hagar, 50 seconds. Abdullah, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Ahmed Al-Maligi, 28 seconds. Said Jamil, 2 minutes 10 seconds. And Arnolfo, yes.
You please unmute yourself.
You're muted, Rania. Please unmute yourself.
I finished.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Rania,
Okay.
for sharing your report. Okay. And now it's the time for the general reports for the meeting. Actually, today, the meeting room was opened before the meeting. Guests are welcome, and they have a chance to introduce themselves, especially the guests who attend with us for the first time. And I do believe that it helped to give them encourage to participate in table topic part. Then meeting started on time. It was great that it starts with the rules which are delivered by Toastmaster of the day, Wala. And it's really strange for me. Don't be humble, Wala. You are very, very professional. I like your way and everything how was going at ease. The flow and the energy of the meeting was really amazing. You are very helpful to all the masters, as well. You help or give the time for the masters to give introduction about the roles. Then moving to the opening speech by the president, which about the theme of the meeting, and um, it was great by adding a very inspiring story. Then moving to the prepared speeches, today we have two professional and a great speeches, Ali and Ashraf, and I do believe that the competition will be on fire. And it I think the benefit will go to the listener. We have today two different type of speeches, and I like how Alia was simple, charmful, and I adore the colors and the slides was very clear and attract the eyes to follow. And as well, the topic was very simple and attractive. Then moving to the second speech, Ashraf delivered today very professional and amazing topic, which I do believe was very interesting to the listener. Then moving to table topic, great job, Simak, for the table topic master for first time. And the table topic today was connected with the theme of the meeting. Um, it was great idea to give the people numbers and they choose from. And I saw that a lot of volunteer was keen to join and share their experience. um, I just recommend uh, before the before start to stress that table topic is open for the guests, especially for the people who attend for the first time. Maybe they don't have that information clear, as well to stress about the time, the given time for table topic, which is different than prepared speech, and some of the guests who will attend for the first time maybe don't have a complete idea about that. Then moving to prepared part, Magid, welcome back. Great report. Uh, it's really amazing to have Amal again as evaluator. Great report. Awesome report from Toastmaster Galal. Timer did a great job. I do recommend just one thing, um, because sometimes people are confused if they will show the card or they it will be share the screen or a comment on a chat box. So it will be I think from my point of view it will be better to give the info before the each part. I have another comment on the meeting. It's a great to feel comfortable and at ease during the meeting, and some jokes. But as we are English speaking club, so we suppose not to use Arabic words. Especially, we are on online platform, and suppose that Toastmaster around the world are attending with us. So it will be great to use English language to be understandable for all the people. Um, and finally, I would like to thank everyone who did an amazing role today, an amazing job, which added another successful meeting to the meetings of Toastmaster. I would like to thank the Toastmaster Ahmed Ala, Zoom Master today, for helping in pool and everything, and the meeting to be going on a professional standard. Thank you all. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Wala.
Thank you so much, Ghada Sharawi, for this amazing, thorough feedback. And we definitely will take every point that you said into consideration for our future meetings. Thank you so much for that. And until we prepare the votes and the polls for the best evaluation, we will wait until then. But didn't you guys notice how Mr. Galal was yeah, I know. Rania, everybody's just attacking Rania now. It's just Gamil is like, you didn't text me 2 weeks back. You didn't reply to my message 2 weeks back. I mean, we're very busy these days. Everyone is busy, and but Saif, Saif has a YouTube channel and he uploads speeches if you'd like to kind of check it out. Maybe Saif, you can write it on the chat so we can all visit your channel after the meeting, if you can hear me. You stop these facial expressions, Ahmed. Oh, I am looking at every single one. I'm not leaving anyone tonight.
Okay, poll is done.
Thank you so much. And until we prepare the certificates, let us know a couple of stuff about failure as well. Now, last thing that I want to pinpoint, and please, Ahmed, when you're done with the certificates, let me know. I think we should expect failure.
The certificate
When
is
we
done. Okay, but you can
okay.
continue. You can continue.
That was not cool. Yeah, let's see the certificates first, then we're gonna end the meeting and go back to our president. So let's hear drum rolls, everybody. Unmute if you'd like to, and drum roll for the best speaker or best speech for tonight. I wanna like make a sound, but I don't wanna tap on my laptop because it's gonna break down. So and best, what, that's evaluation. No problem. Let's start with the best evaluation. And Ahmad, you stop doing that. I said evaluation.
I can see it.
You can see it. And it's Ahmad. Whoa! Good job, Amula. Shufi, when you come, oh, sorry, I spoke in Arabic. So when you come to our meetings, you get best evaluation.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Amula. Next is the best speech, and it goes to who? Ali Ataya. Let's hear. Yep. Give it up for Ali. Thank you, Mr. Mag, for the whistle. And let us see. Next is best table topics. The most awaited. Yep. Click. And it's Arnolfo. Great job, everybody. Congratulations, everyone, and thanks for being part of this meeting tonight. Last thing that I wanted to tell you before giving the virtual stage to our president to end the meeting is the fact that when we are expecting to go through and like our plans in life and goals and stuff, we need to expect failure because it is an indicator that we're now moving forward, that we're taking actions, that we're not sitting on our couches waiting for our plans to achieve themselves. So we need to take failure as an opportunity to pause, to learn, to reflect, and to move forward even stronger than we were before. It is an opportunity for us again to just pause everything that we're doing and clear our minds and move in with greater level of depth and understanding. So for that I say, please fail. Fail now and fail fast. Back to our president, and please, right after you're done, just announce the breakout rooms.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Wale. You did an incredible job, I think, tackling thoroughly failure and our fear of failing. Now, I did gather through the table topic discussion that most of us related to failure as a lesson learned. And I am a firm believer of the fact that people don't fail, people learn. People don't win and lose, they win and learn. So ultimately, we have to make mistakes to be able to learn, to be able to grow, and to be able to challenge ourselves. And personally speaking, the only way I am able to push myself forward is when I feel challenged. And if I accomplish things easily, it demotivates me. But if I fail or I struggle, this is when I push myself harder. And this is when I realize that I need to be able to develop myself in a way that would make me a better version of myself on a personal and professional basis. So I don't think failure is a negative thing. I don't think failure actually is a concrete word that we should inevitably resort to as a negative connotation. Excuse me. I think failure is actually a word that should motivate us to move forward. And I think failure is very important so we could continue to grow and continue to learn from ourselves and from everybody else. Failure should teach us. And with that said, I wanted to resort to one of my favorite quotes that I always resorted to when I struggled a little bit. And it goes as follows. It says, failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is delay, not defeat. It is a temporary detour, not a dead end. So this is the ultimate definition of what failure is. And when you come to think about it, it is not failing. It is simply learning, growing, evolving, and reaching the maximum version of yourself by trying harder. And as long as you try harder, you will never fail. It's going to be a continuous experience that will take you to the very optimum of yourself. So continue fighting the good fight. Don't approach your struggles as failures. Approach them as lessons, and only then will it never demotivate you to be able to overcome certain obstacles. It's one thing that's going to keep pushing you forward. So as long as we mentally approach it positively, we will never ever allow it to take control of the situation and affect us in a negative manner. So thank you so much, everybody, for your contribution throughout the course of this meeting. Thank you so very much to our guests who actually contributed beautifully in our table topic discussion. And I know that based on your impromptu speeches, everybody is a firm believer of the fact that failure is actually a lesson learned. And I'm so proud of how so many of you challenged yourself today as first-time guests to improvise your speeches in the midst of a crowd that you're unfamiliar with. It shows how courageous and strong you are. So we hope to see you again in the very near future. Also, before I conclude, I just wanted to let you know that our Zoom master just informed me that we will be having breakout rooms. What are breakout rooms? For those of you who do not know, they're rooms where we give our guests an opportunity to socialize with people in this club so we can get to know each other a little better. And since everybody is kind of sending Rania messages about membership, I think, Ahmed, you should put everybody in the same breakout room with Rania and all of us should leave. So Rania is our VP of membership, so I think everybody should just talk to her, and then we'll see you all next time, okay? No, I'm just kidding. But if you want to stick around to just get to know people a little bit better, or if you have questions about membership or Cairo Toastmasters Club, just stay put. And our Zoom master, Ahmed, is going to go ahead and randomly put people in different breakout rooms so we can go ahead and get to know you better and socialize as well. Again, thanks so much for attending. We will see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Thank you all. Let's have a friendly group photo before we disappear.
Yes, yes.
The group photo.
That's a great idea. I almost forgot.
The tradition.
So you can turn on your cameras, please.
And cheese.
Gibna.
Just a second. Sorry. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yes. And I think that's all. Thank you.
You guys remember
Thank
Henhum
you.
Benhum? 3, 2, 1.